Y'all, this is getting dangerous right now. 50 Cent just made a shocking move involving King Von's young son. And Big Mike from O'Block has finally reacted, and his response is straight fire. While the world is still talking about Von's son linking up with FBG Duck's son, 50 Cent is now planning to put Von's little boy in his upcoming King Von biopic. The internet is losing its mind. But when Big Mike heard about this, he didn't stay quiet. He went off with raw emotion, pain, and heavy concerns that left everyone speechless. Is 50 Cent trying to honor Von's legacy? Or is he putting a child too deep into the spotlight of one of Chicago's bloodiest stories? Will Big Mike support this move or shut it down completely? From the emotional link-up of the two boys, to 50 Cent's big decision, to Big Mike's explosive reaction, this situation has now become one of the most controversial moments in drill history. The streets are watching. The culture is divided. And what Big Mike said next might change everything. You don't want to miss this. It's about to get real messy. Yo, the streets are in total shock right now, and the drama just reached another level. 50 Cent just made a bold and controversial move involving King Von's young son. And when Big Mike from O'Block heard about it, he didn't hold back. He went off with raw emotion, pain, and real concern that has the entire drill world talking. While everyone was still digesting the viral video of King Von's son linking up with FBG Duck's son, 50 Cent dropped a bombshell. Reports say he's working on a major King Von biopic and wants to involve Von's little boy, Davon Jr., in the project. Whether it's a cameo, voice role, or even portraying a young version of his father, this move has shaken the culture. 50 Cent is known for big business moves, but bringing a child this young into one of Chicago's most violent and emotional stories has everyone asking serious questions. Big Mike reacted fast and didn't sugarcoat anything. In his latest interview, his voice was heavy when he said, 50 trying to do a movie about Von? That's cool. But now you want to put his son in it? Man, that's a lot. That boy's still a baby. He don't need to be in all this right now. You could hear the conflict in Big Mike's tone, respect for 50 Cent and Von's legacy, but also deep worry as someone who was close to Von. This situation is extremely layered. Just days ago, the internet was going crazy over King Von's son and FBG Duck's son playing together. People called it healing. Others called it too soon. Now 50 Cent's move has added gasoline to the fire. The question on everyone's mind is simple. Is 50 Cent honoring Von by keeping his story alive? Or is he putting Von's young son in the middle of a spotlight that could become too heavy too fast? King Von's mother, Tasha Bennett, has already been emotional about her grandson's privacy. After the link-up photo, she asked people to let the kids be kids. Now with 50 Cent wanting to involve Davon Jr. in a biopic, the pressure on the family has increased 10 times. Tasha has not made an official statement on 50's move yet, but sources close to the family say she's thinking very carefully about what's best for her grandson. Big Mike continued speaking with visible pain in his eyes. He said, Von was my brother. I want his story told the right way. But his son is still young. He shouldn't have to carry all this weight so early. The streets already gone remind him who his daddy was. Now you want to put it on camera too. His words hit hard because Big Mike is not an outsider. He lived the same life with Von. He knows the cost of this lifestyle better than most. The reaction across social media has been insane. King Von fans are split down the middle. Some are excited, saying Von's legacy needs to live forever and his son being part of it is beautiful. Others are angry, commenting, leave that boy alone. He didn't ask for this. Drill pages, hip-hop blogs, and even mainstream media are covering this story heavily. Everyone wants to know what Big Mike will say next and how the family will respond. This move by 50 Cent is not small. He is one of the biggest names in hip-hop business. When he decides to invest time and money into a King Von project and wants to include Von's son, it becomes a major cultural moment. But it also brings back all the old pain, the diss tracks, the street war with FBG Duck, the tragic deaths at just 26 years old, and the children left behind without fathers. The emotional stakes couldn't be higher. For Tasha Bennett, this is about protecting her grandson's childhood. For Big Mike, this is about loyalty to Von and making sure his story is told with respect and not turned into pure entertainment. For 50 Cent, This could be a powerful way to honor a fallen artist while creating something massive. The culture is watching every single move. Will Big Mike support 50 Cent's vision or push back hard? Will Von's family allow the young boy to be part of this project? Or will this create new tension in an already sensitive situation? Big Mike's reaction has opened the door to a much bigger conversation, and the answers are not simple. Because Big Mike didn't just give a simple opinion. He spoke like a man who was genuinely torn between loyalty and protection. He continued in the interview with a heavy voice, saying, 50 Cent is a big boss in this industry. If he wants to do a movie about Von, I respect that. Von deserves his story to be told properly. But bringing his little son into it? That's where I get concerned. That boy is still a baby. He shouldn't have to relive all this pain so early in his life. His words spread like wildfire across social media. Within hours, the clip was everywhere. Drill fans, hip-hop pages, and even mainstream outlets started picking up the story. The timing made it even more explosive. Just days after the viral video of King Von's son linking up with FBG Duck's son, now this new drama with 50 Cent's biopic plans dropped. The internet couldn't handle it. Big Mike went deeper, showing the real emotional conflict inside him. He said, I was there with Von. I saw the grind. I saw the losses. I saw how hard he fought to make it out. Now his son is still trying to be a normal kid, and you'll want to put him in front of cameras to tell that same painful story? It's heavy, man. It's really heavy. You could hear the pain and love in his voice at the same time. This wasn't clout chasing. This was a real brother speaking from the heart. The connection between the two big events is what's making this situation so crazy. First, the world saw Von's son and Duck's son playing together like the old beef never existed. People called it healing. Now 50 Cent wants to involve Von's son in a major biopic about his father's life. A life full of street politics, violent beefs, and ultimate tragedy. Many are asking, is this too much pressure on such a young child? King Von's mother, Tasha Bennett, has stayed relatively quiet on 50 Cent's specific plans so far, but those close to the family say she is carefully watching everything. After losing her son so young, her main focus has been protecting her grandson's peace and childhood. Big Mike seems to understand that pain very well. He even mentioned, Tasha been through enough. She don't need more stress. Whatever decision she makes, I stand with her because she's the one who has to live with it. This whole situation has created massive division in the culture. One side believes 50 Cent's biopic could be a huge way to honor King Von's legacy and introduce his story to a bigger audience. They argue that involving Von's son could make the project more authentic and powerful. The other side is worried that putting such a young child in the spotlight could expose him to online hate, street politics, and unnecessary pressure that no kid should have to deal with. Big Mike's reaction has become the voice of that second group. He isn't saying no to the biopic entirely. He's questioning the timing and the involvement of Von's son. That balanced but emotional take is why so many people are respecting his words, even if they don't fully agree. The drama doesn't stop there. Fans have started digging up old interviews of 50 Cent where he talked about his own childhood and how the industry can be brutal. People are using those clips to question whether 50 truly understands what he's asking from Von's family. At the same time, others are defending 50, saying he has the resources and experience to tell the story the right way. This is no longer just about a biopic. This has become a conversation about legacy, protection, childhood innocence, and how far we should go to keep a fallen artist's memory alive. Big Mike's honest reaction has forced everyone to pick a side, and the comment sections are absolute battlegrounds right now. Every new update makes the situation more intense. Will 50 Cent respond to Big Mike? Will Tasha Bennett make a public statement? Will this biopic move actually happen, or will the family push back? The culture is holding its breath. Because Big Mike's reaction didn't just stop at expressing concern. It opened up a much deeper conversation that the entire hip-hop community is now forced to deal with. He sat back in his chair, looked directly into the camera, and spoke with a level of honesty that felt heavy. 50 Cent is a powerful man. When he decides to do something, he does it big. But this ain't just any story. This is Von's life. This is his son. That little boy didn't ask to be famous. He didn't ask to have cameras on him while the world talks about how his father lived and died. I'm telling you, that weight is too much for a child. His words carried real pain and frustration. Big Mike wasn't attacking 50 Cent. He was showing the internal battle many people from the streets are feeling right now. On one side, there's excitement about a big-budget King Von biopic that could immortalize Von's story for the world. On the other side, there's genuine worry that Von's young son is being pulled into the spotlight too early, especially after the recent emotional moment of him linking up with FBG Duck's son. This situation has created layers upon layers of drama. First, the viral video of the two boys playing together already had the culture emotional. People were calling it healing, others called it disrespectful to the past. Now, just days later, news broke that 50 Cent wants to involve Von Jr. in the biopic. Whether it's a small role voiceover, or even portraying a younger version of King Von, the idea itself is extremely controversial. Big Mike continued speaking with visible emotion, saying, "I want Von's story told right. He was one of the best storytellers we ever had in drill. But his son is still a baby. He should be worried about toys and school, not cameras and scripts about murder, beef, and tragedy. Let him grow up first. Let him decide when he's older if he wants to be part of this world or not." The way Big Mike delivered those lines showed he was speaking as someone who truly cared about Von's family, not just as a rapper or commentator. King Von's mother, Tasha Bennett, is now stuck in the middle of an impossible decision. She has already been protective after the link-up photo, asking people to let the children live peacefully. Now with 50 Cent's massive project on the table, the pressure on her has increased dramatically. Sources close to the family say she is carefully considering every option, torn between honoring her son's legacy and shielding her grandson from the same pain that destroyed so many lives. The culture is split like never before. One side believes this biopic could be legendary. They argue that involving Von's real son would make the project authentic and powerful, something that could introduce Von's story to millions who don't know the full history. They see 50 Cent's move as a business genius and a way to keep Von alive forever. The other side, led strongly by voices like Big Mike, believes this is crossing a line. They say the child is too young to be exposed to the violent details of his father's life and the brutal Chicago street politics that came with it. This debate has brought back painful memories. People are once again talking about the deadly war between King Von and FBG Duck. They are replaying diss tracks, discussing the tragic deaths at just 26 years old, and remembering how both families were left broken. The fact that their sons were recently seen playing together makes 50 Cent's biopic plans feel even more complicated and sensitive. Big Mike didn't shy away from the hard truth. He said, "We lost Von. We lost Duck. Both sides lost too much. Now we want to put their kids in the middle of all this again? I don't know if that's right. Legacy is important, but protecting these babies is more important." His statement resonated with thousands of parents and older heads in the culture who feel the new generation is being exploited for content and money. The timing of everything has made this moment even more intense. Just when people were starting to talk about healing and the next generation moving on, 50 Cent's move and Big Mike's emotional reaction have pulled everyone back into the pain of the past. Social media is flooded with arguments. Some are calling Big Mike a real protector. Others are calling him selfish for standing in the way of Von's legacy. This entire situation has now become one of the most talked about topics in hip-hop in 2026. It's no longer just about a biopic. It's about childhood, legacy, protection, exploitation, and how far we should go to keep a dead artist's name alive. Big Mike's reaction has forced the culture to look in the mirror and ask uncomfortable questions that don't have easy answers. The eyes of the streets, the fans, the industry, and Von's own family are all locked on what happens next. Will 50 Cent respond to Big Mike? Will Tasha Bennett allow her grandson to be part of the project? Or will this create new tension and division in an already sensitive chapter of Chicago drill history? Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear: Big Mike's words have made sure this conversation will not die quietly. So there it is, family. 50 Cent made a massive and controversial move by wanting to involve King Von's young son in his upcoming biopic, and Big Mike didn't hold back. He reacted with raw emotion, real pain, and genuine concern that has shaken the entire culture. From the recent emotional link-up between Von's son and FBG Duck's son, to 50 Cent's big plans, to Big Mike's heartfelt and conflicted reaction, this situation has become one of the most sensitive and talked about stories in hip-hop right now. The biggest questions still remain: should Von's young son be part of this biopic, or should he be protected from the spotlight? Is 50 Cent honoring Von's legacy the right way, or is he putting too much pressure on a child? And whose side are you on? Big Mike's concerns for the boy's innocence, or those who want to keep Von's story alive at any cost? This drama has split the culture down the middle, and everyone is waiting to see what happens next. Now I want to hear from you, and I want it raw, no cap. Drop your honest opinion in the comments right now. Do you think 50 Cent should involve King Von's son in the biopic, or should they leave the child out of it completely? Are you Team Big Mike or Team Legacy? If you love this type of deep, emotional, and heated rap news breakdowns, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss when we drop the next update. We will be bringing you more reactions and latest developments on this story very soon. This is exactly why Big Mike's reaction hit so hard. Chicago never sleeps, and neither do we. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay dangerous.